Yo, what up guys, it's Corrupts here, and welcome to another game of Modern Warfare 3, and today I'm bringing you guys my first gameplay on one of the new maps that was released on last Tuesday for Elite Premium members, and the map is called Sanctuary. Now, what Sanctuary is, it's a medium-sized map, and the middle is, governed by this large building that you see me in right now, actually, and, there's a lot of close quarters on this map, because, on both sides, there's a lot, there's little alleyways you can sneak through and things like that. And on the left side or right side, depending which way you're looking at it, there's a fairly large bridge, which is really the only really big open space I can think of on the map. So, yeah, so it's a fairly good map for SMGs. But before I get really deep into the map itself, I just wanted to mention that this gameplay, there was I think there's 3 host migrations. There was one before this gameplay started, and there's going to be one in the middle with a minute 30 seconds left, and another one at the end, because I didn't want to record another 30 seconds of just the game ending, so I decided not to record that. So yeah, but there's 3 host migrations in the middle of it that I just cut out. So if you see a little lapse in the gameplay, that's most likely what it was. Just mentioning it to you guys now so that you know that. But as you guys may have noticed, this is a game of Capture the Flag, as I already mentioned, on the new map Sanctuary. And my final score wasn't anything absolutely tremendous. I think it was somewhere along the lines of 32 and 10 or something like that. And it was my first time playing the map. Of course, that's what I like to do when new maps come out. It's not really as fun when it's you've played the map 15 times, you know what you're doing, you know all the spots and stuff. Here, you'll see me in some parts, I'm just trying to find out where to go, where I'm going, and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's more entertaining if you guys see gameplays where I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, basically. But yeah, so anyways guys, Sanctuary, as I already said, it's a medium-sized map where the middle is governed by a very large building with a lot of close quarters combat. And I don't really know why the map is called Sanctuary, except for that building or church or whatever I was just in. Maybe it's called that because of that building there, because it's sort of like a church type thing, and I guess churches can be considered sanctuaries of some sorts. So I'm not completely 100% sure why, but that's my best guess. But other than that, I think Sanctuary is a pretty weird ass name, if you want me to be completely honest. But oh, and I forgot to talk about my class setup. I'm using a PP90 M1 suppressed with my perks, Sleight of Hand Pro, Quick Draw Pro, and Dead Silence Pro, or maybe Steady Aim Pro. Not sure which one I'm running. And my strike package includes the support streak, where I'm using the UAV and the counter UAV. Nothing else other than that. That's a little game plan I made up by myself, because that way every 5 kills, or if you run hardline, every 4 kills you get a UAV and a counter UAV, and then all you need to do is get another 4 kills and you get 2 more of those. And so it's a really good way, I think, in my opinion, to help out your team. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. So anyways guys, let me get back on topic and stop rambling about random stuff. So Sanctuary is a fairly close quarters map. As you can see in design, it sort of looks a lot like Seatown. The map is brown, the colors aren't really that, mixed. Obviously you see some gray and some green, but other than that, it's not really a pretty map. I do like the map in terms of gameplay. I enjoy playing on it, but just the way it looks, I mean, they could have done a bit better on the color scheme. Everything's just too brown and gray. I like maps that are colorful, and unfortunately this map is not one that's very colorful. So it's it kind of sucks. I know, I mean, I want them to be really creative with these maps, and I think they could do really great things. But I think the fact that they have to bring out new maps every so often is really taking away from their value. I mean, I think Foundation and Sanctuary are 2 of their best DLC maps they've brought out, so far. and they had to make those in what, like a month or two to make both those maps. So I'm really impressed. But I think they focus more on the map balancing and the map structure more than they did the look of it, which I mean is smart. I think having a balanced and good map, an enjoyable map that's not like retarded to play on is very important. But I'd also like to see some I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's like I'd like to see some creativeness, and I can't really think of the word, but I just want to see like nicer looking maps. I think that would be something refreshing, a nice looking map that has really great gameplay value and that people really enjoy, like Firing Range. I mean, it wasn't the most colorful map, but it was a lot more colorful, than probably 90% of Modern Warfare 3's maps, and it was, in my opinion, was the best map on Call of Duty Black Ops. So but anyways, guys, other than that, I'm not exactly sure what else to say about this map. There is a lot of buildings on this map, so you could see some pretty nasty corners that you might be getting killed from. But along with those nasty corners comes a lot more opportunity for rushers, because instead of being wide open out on the streets where a lot of people might be lurking, you can dip in and out of houses, staying away from the open areas and being shot from long range by a sniper or an assault rifle. So it gives you a real, I think, sort of advantage, this map. I think rushing is probably the preferred, or sorry, not the preferred, but I think it'd be one of the smarter play styles, and it's definitely a map that you can get away with it on. So I'd really recommend rushing with a weapon like the PP90. But the MP7 is always good because it's got that long range. People call it the ACR, and it's sort of like that because it's got no recoil. So if you put range on the gun, it's like you can shoot really long ranges, no recoil, get some nice kills, and it's also got that very fast rate of fire where you can just like even if you're up close, you'll still absolutely dominate. And there is one of the host migrations, and yeah, so the next part of the gameplay is pretty boring though, because I'm near their flag and really I just don't find anybody, so it kind of sucked. But anyways, guys, I think that's about it for this commentary. I'm not really too sure what else to talk about as to the map, but anyways, guys, in my overall opinion, I really like this map. Well, at least for Capture the Flag. I think I've only played it for Capture the Flag and Sabotage, so I haven't really got a chance to really fully feel out the map yet, but I really did enjoy it when I played it. So if you guys are Elite members and you haven't downloaded these last two maps yet, I'd really suggest going out and downloading those. But anyways, guys, that's it for this commentary. I'm gonna let the gameplay run out, and if you guys did enjoy this video and aren't already subscribed to me, I'd really appreciate it. I've finally started to get going. I've been getting a lot of help from other YouTubers and helping me out with the subscriber number. So I really appreciate it when you guys subscribe, and I especially love it when you guys comment on videos. I really appreciate that as well. So if you want to do any of those things, feel free. If not, then it's up to you guys. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.